Hello everybody, so exciting. I have Jackie joining me. She should be on any minute. My pillows keep falling on me. Hello Alicia, my darling goddess. That's what it's funny, my angels wanted to say hello my goddess when we saw Alicia. Hello Jackie, my darling. Hello Laura. Let's pop you in here. There we go. And I've got my tea, so everything is good with the world.
Hello.
Hello, gorgeousness.
Oh my God, Amelia, I love your earrings. You're so festive.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
cute.
Yeah. It's so funny. I told you, my angels love dressing me. It's like dressing a dolly. They're like, today we're gonna do coral. In fact, it's like some of my angels must be like these really gay, really amazing men. You know what I mean? And they're like,
Totally.
So today we're doing coral. I'm like, okay.
I like Coral's look, and I love coral. Oh my God, coral's like my favorite color. They must have known you were talking to me today.
Yeah, and look, I actually got coral hair right now.
You are so fun. I love it.
I know. It's silly. It's silly, but it's great. So
I agree.
everybody, wow, we've got lots of people jumping on. Oh my gosh, I'm just going to catch up on the waves. Oh, I pressed the wrong button.
Oh, it's okay.
There we go. So how's your day been so far today, Jackie? So I'll get my words out in a minute.
Amelia, my life is so much brighter, you know.
Well, I love you, darling. And we actually had our first Inner Circle meeting the other day. That was fun, wasn't it?
It was so much fun. I had my meetings with two of the ladies on Friday, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, perfect. Yep. So for anyone that doesn't know, Jackie is a graduate of mine, but she's also actually in my Inner Circle, which is like the step up after finishing my program. And it's very special. It's very sacred. And so she is extraordinarily treasured by me and my angels.
The feeling is mutual. I love Amelia. I could not say better things. And I think my testimonial is on your page right now, which I love. That's awesome.
Yes. So yeah, if anyone wants to see Jackie talking about her experience, I mean, I might ask her to share a little bit while we're on here, but it is actually in a recorded video, so you can see that.
Yeah.
But today what we're going to talk about predominantly is being an entrepreneur, which automatically my angels also said being brave, because being brave and being an entrepreneur are basically the same thing.
Totally.
And then talking about creating abundance and healing, and how creating abundance and healing are actually so intrinsically connected. And my angels actually want us to dive in there and on your opinion of how healing and abundance are intrinsically connected.
Sounds good to me. So where should we start?
Well, for anyone that doesn't know, Jackie is a social media expert and she helps all sorts of people. And if that's something you need, then definitely hit her up. But I think just in your opinion, in your own life, how has abundance increased in your life as a result of you doing healing? And how do you feel that the two are connected?
I think healing is something that no matter what industry you're in, something you have to do for your life. I mean, things come up every day for people that if you're not working on yourself, you can't grow, you know? And I feel like that's been a huge factor for me in my personal growth. So I highly recommend that people find somebody they vibe with. Amelia is amazing. You know, I also want to just give a shout out to my friend Layla Laura. She's amazing. You got to find people you vibe with, you know? So, I recommend that you do it regularly. Like we do these weekly calls with all these amazing women and I freaking love it. Like Amelia, it's awesome. And the people you attract are amazing, right? So when you find the right people, your alignment is very clear, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, exactly. It changes your lives. I mean, for anyone that doesn't know, I have a community called Empress Evolution. And the whole goal of that community is just for women to find women that are their soul sisters, you know, their soul tribe. Because when you have the right women in your life, your quality of life goes through the roof. Nobody can explain how powerful it is to have someone that you can talk to and they get it. They just get it. They don't rain on your parade. They actually are like a launch pad, just encouraging you, fly higher. And to have that in your life. And at the same time, if you are feeling down, they don't shame you for it. They actually help you and bring you back up. Like that is powerful. You know?
I agree. And I also feel like too, as you get busier, like doing the energy work is is like so much self-care. Like I feel like people don't realize like that's like your time to heal, right? Like your time to shut off and like be vulnerable and take care of the things that you need to take care of in order to grow. And that for me personally, like owning up to that and being vulnerable in that space has been so powerful for me. So.
Yeah. Just taking that time for yourself. I mean, I'm getting really blunt these days. I was talking to a gorgeous girl today, and she was talking about, you know, possibly not saying no to things. And I was like, well, that's a lack of self-love. I don't pussyfoot around anymore. I'm just like, it's a lack of self-love and it needs to be fixed, because you have to be, it's like, you know, somebody was trying to talk to me last night at like 9:30, and I was thinking, I'm tired. I don't want this conversation right now. So I just went, no, not doing this now. And that was it. Like, it wasn't like I don't need to give a big explanation. I can just be like, no, you know, it's not the time. I don't want to do that right now. And being able to love yourself to the extent where you do love yourself above all others. But imagine if we all do that, this world will be heaven. And it's not selfish, it's sensible, you know?
It's so true. It's so true. And like, you have really put that into perspective for me so much. And I feel like too, making peace, like, because I think we hold on to things. And like, I learned so much in the course, like in order for me to up level, like things even stemming from, you know, that come up on a regular basis stem from things further back in my life. Right. So I think that that's a whole thing, that like making peace with where you're at in order to grow. Like it's the things you hold on to aren't going to help you, you know?
Yeah, so. And some of it you're conscious of, but a lot of it you didn't even realize was there until we shine a light on it. You're like, whoa, I didn't know I was carrying all that around.
So true. And to be honest, when you're really like working through it, it's not easy work. Like, let's just talk about
it's not fun.
It's not fun, but it's so worth it on the other end of it. And I feel like that's another reason why my business has grown, because I've made peace with things that aren't fulfilling me anymore, that were holding me back, basically.
Yeah, you've started making better decisions because your ego isn't driving you in the wrong direction anymore. Your higher self is speaking loud and clear, and you are following it. And that's why automatically life becomes better and more peaceful and more abundant, because you're more closer to God. You're more in alignment with God, you know, and it's not a religious thing. It's a spiritual thing. You are in line with this inner guidance that truly wants you to be happy and abundant. And now you're able to hear it, you know, the noise has been turned down, and that's the key.
Right. And I never understood that concept, because when you hear your ego all the time, you just assume like, okay, this is my normal thoughts, you know? So it's so interesting to like put things in perspective now. So yes, that was really awesome. I just wanted to share that.
Yeah, I think that's the key thing for everybody to know. When you are able to distance yourself and separate yourself from your ego, it changes your whole life. And it isn't an easy thing to do. It's not even easy when you do have myself and Alicia holding your hand and mopping your brow. It's still not easy, but once it's done, you know? And then you can move on to the really fun stuff. Sorry, my angels wanted to swear. They were like the fun shit. And that is mixing with other women that have done this and helping and assisting each other and building each other up. And really, we're unstoppable, and the sky is the limit of what we can achieve. Because who's there to stop us? Who can stop this kind of power?
It's so true. It's so true. And I feel like you've cleared a path too to align people that are in the same space. It's awesome.
It's fun, isn't it? And again, I just do as I'm told. I'm just a student of my own program. You know, I follow my higher self. I do what it says. I never let my ego get involved. And it means that, you know, we can do what we came on this planet to do, which is make it a better place, you know? Absolutely. So my angels just said, return to the touchstone, which is our subject title. So just in case new people have joined. So today's conversation is about being an entrepreneur stroke being brave, because they say it's the same thing. And it's talking about how abundance and healing go hand in hand. And quite a lot of people are like, well, I'll do the healing when I get the money. But in fact, doing the healing will get you the money. And that's the reality.
It's so true. I did not understand that until I was in that space. And like, since I let it in, I have made so much more money because of that. So like, just being vulnerable and knowing like, you can't fix your problems unless you figure out how to fix your problems. Right?
Your ego just wants you to sit there and think about them.
It's so true. It is so true. It drives me nuts. It really does. But I think so. Just to kind of hone in on entrepreneurship and being brave, like there's so many.
And while you're talking, I'm just going to grab a teaspoon because I need to stir the honey in my tea. So start
oh my God,
telling them.
so cute. Okay.
1 second.
Yeah,
Keep going.
Yeah. So, hi guys. So I just want to talk about the important concept of being brave and being an entrepreneur, because the thing is as an entrepreneur, you're constantly taking risks on yourself. And there's a lot of, oh my God, you have everything colorful. You're amazing, by the way. I love it. So I feel like you take a lot of risks on yourself. And I think those risks can, you know, you're vulnerable in that space. And when you're vulnerable, you don't really know what's on the other side, but how can you not know unless you try, right? And so that's been my advice throughout everything that I've done. I'm all about just constantly taking risks and having some balls and just jumping for the gun, because you don't know like what's on the opposite side unless you take a chance on yourself. So it
really is a big lesson in life. I mean, myself and Alicia, my business partner and my master coach, we were talking about this 20 minutes ago. It's like the difference between it's the them and us. The difference is that those that will take the leap. My life is just a series of huge leaps where there was tons and tons of evidence as to why that leap should not take place, and tons of evidence why that leap should not be fruitful and abundant and successful. And yet, here we are.
I know. It's so true. That's how you and I met. You and I met because I was like, oh, I don't know. My ego is like whispering, like, you don't need this. You can't afford this, all these things. And I was like, fuck it. I'm going to do it. Like, literally, I was like, I'm just going to take a chance on myself and do this. And I think because I constantly take chances, if it doesn't work out, there's another possibility that's waiting for you, right? So I think,
yeah, I mean, it will be a stepping stone. It will be a stepping stone to something else. You know, some of the ladies that have invested in other coaches before me, you know, maybe they didn't deliver what they promised, but they delivered something that got you a little bit closer, that got you so that you were ready for the kind of work that we do. Because again, we don't do the easy stuff over here. This is like Iron Man boot camp, but for your brain.
It really is, though. It's like on steroids. It's like manifestation stuff on steroids. That's really what it is. It's so awesome. I was explaining it to my husband last night, and he was like, that's a really good explanation. Like, now I kind of understand what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I feel like that's been my whole life journey, constantly taking risks on myself. And now I'm teaching people the skills that I've taught myself, because maybe I'm a few steps further than where they want to be in their journey. Yeah. Right. I feel like that's a huge part of the entrepreneurial space. So yeah, I think
absolutely. No, you have to. I mean, that's the thing, really, when you look at how we're shifting the world into a better place, it's through teachers teaching teachers. And you know, some people taking the leap and making huge steps forward, and then being able to bring the other people up behind, you know. But I'm being told a key thing here, though, is if you're doing the healing work, do actually make it private for now and keep it to yourself a bit, because actually spreading it all around and talking to everyone about it while you're doing it isn't the best idea, because those around you, if they are of a lower vibration, they will actually try and prevent your growth, because people that are of a lower vibration do not want to face the fact that they are not moving forward. And so if you are moving forward, often it's good to oh, my angels are so gangster. My angels just said bad boys move in silence and violence.
I freaking love that movie, by the way.
Oh my God. But they're also quoting the Biggie Smalls lyrics.
I freaking love Biggie Smalls too. They must know I love that stuff. That's
oh my God. Pardis was like, yeah, Biggie Smalls is our spirit guide. We're like, yeah, along with Jesus. Being perfectly serious, you know.
Oh my God, so funny. And I think sometimes, like I just saw June wrote, sometimes learning the hard way, you know, like going through some bad periods really teach you like what you do need, because this is what you didn't like. Now I need to try somebody else because they're probably going to show me what I do want, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is it. I mean, I do get a little bit upset about the ladies that are out here offering to coach when they really aren't in a good space themselves. I do find that quite, I mean, the funniest one was a lady that didn't go ahead with my program for financial reasons, and 48 hours later she was advertising herself as an abundance coach. I thought that was quite special. So, you know, there's a lot of imposters out there, guys. So do your research, you know, watch the testimonials, check them out, you know, talk with them, like, you know, feel their energy. What I love right now is I see a lot of our inner circle on here, can't you?
I know, I love it so much. I see Becca, I saw Sylvia before, I think I saw Sasha. I love it. That's amazing.
It's so fun. It's so
awesome.
fun. And it's almost like with me having my community, I've had so much practice with international communications, because we literally have 20 coordinators based across the entire planet. So anyone who doesn't follow me or doesn't know about me, we have this community where you can come and join, and you will meet other women that are working on themselves, and they will actually be in your same city or country. We literally have a representative for every city and country on the planet. It's nuts. So do join up and join in. You know, it's fun. It's super woo-woo. It's super duper woo-woo in there.
But it's awesome. It's manifestation on steroids. That's really what it is. It's so
absolutely, absolutely. So we've covered the brave. We've covered how being an entrepreneur is being brave. And this is it. So many of the ladies watching are in jobs and they would really like to work for themselves. What tips can you give for them to take the leap?
So ironically, tonight I decided on a whim to do a hashtag workshop, because through hashtags, I have met so many people that are clients of mine. I've made new friends. It's been like, social media is amazing, right? This is why we're doing lives. Like, we're in totally different states, but we're hanging out right now, you know, and people can watch it. So I feel like figuring out like what your passion is, first of all, right? And then showing up as that ideal person. It's like some of the stuff that we're doing in our stuff. So I think picturing yourself in that space and showing up as that person and engaging with people online in that headspace. And I think just starting with little like places like that will help you grow a lot.
Absolutely. I've just been told a little meditation I can lead the girls through that will be quite fun for the ones that want to do this, but this will work for everybody. So if everyone just closes their eyes for a minute and imagine that they're on a choice point. And in this choice point, it's going to get a bit dark and scary for a minute, because guess what? We're going to imagine in 6 months from now, if you don't make any changes, if you stay where you are, I want you to just ask yourself, how happy am I from 1 to 10? Then I want you to go 12 months from now, and I want you to ask yourself, how happy are you? This is when you've made no changes, done no leaps, nothing at all. Okay, we won't stay there long because it doesn't feel very fun. So we're now going to move back to 6 months, but we've acknowledged it. We've acknowledged that that's not really where we want life to be. We've come back now to the choice point. At this choice point, we're now going to decide to leap in the other direction and to go for it and to take the risk and to really, really do what it is we dreamed of. And we're not going to worry about the how now. We're going to put that in God's hands. We're just going to picture ourselves doing the dream job, whether it's being a coach, whether it's being a chiropractor, whether it's owning your own jewelry company, whatever it is. I want you to picture yourself there right now, wearing lovely clothes, out in the sunshine and enjoying living that life. Now just anchor that feeling, anchor it, squeeze your right hand and just anchor the feeling of being there in that world. Times it by 10, times it by 100, you should have a big grin on your face. And now very slowly open your eyes. And you can return to that place anytime you want.
That was amazing.
That was a quick one. That's just a little sample, guys. That's what I do in 1 minute.
Awesome.
You can imagine what we do in 6 weeks and 12 months.
It was so awesome. I think like you couldn't have said it perfectly. It's like, envision this person that you want to be. And now like nothing comes easy, right? I mean, I started my business 5 years ago. So like now I'm really starting to see the fruits of my labor, and I came across you and my friend, and I've just grown substantially, right? So I think that's knowing that, like, know your weaknesses, outsource your weaknesses to somebody that can help you. That's like something I continuously say. And like build your presence online right now with the coronavirus and everything. It's like, this is your time to shine, like shine and like be everywhere, because the more places you are, you're missing out when you're not.
Yeah. Yeah. Although there was one thing on a spiritual perspective, if you are cowering in fear, please stay off your platform. We don't need any of that energy on here. If you're feeling good, if you're feeling full of love and hope, share it with the world, because that's what we're about right now. You know, I have to tell you, I'm really proud of myself. My braid went really well today.
Oh my God, Amelia, you're so cute. I love it.
I don't know how it went so well. You know, when you're not trying, I was like, whoa, and you can see like the coral.
Oh my God, you're amazing. I love it.
Thank you. This is the thing. We go really from serious stuff to like hair. Like me and Pardis the other day, we're having this really like important live. And the first thing I said is, let me see your shadow root, because I think I need to get my hairdresser to do that. It was the first thing I said before I even said hello. I was like, let me just have a look. Show me your roots.
Sasha gave you a 10 out of 10, by the way, on your braid.
Oh, thank you.
And so
yeah, I'm really proud of it. I used to see girls with those braids and be like, I wish I could do that. But then lately I've been not practicing, well, I guess practice. I've just been doing it over and over. And then today it just went perfectly. And it's like, oh my gosh.
I mean, that's like an art, Amelia. I just have to say, that's a real talent.
You can do it too. This is what I'm realizing, because
I don't think I could do that. I mean, anything's possible, but I think I'd come to you to do that, because that's not my area of genius.
You're going to outsource that.
Exactly. I'm going to outsource that. Exactly. I love it. That's exactly what I say all the time. You took the words out of my mouth.
Absolutely, absolutely. So again, I want to go back to the touchstone. So we've got bravery, entrepreneurship. We've got people taking the leap now. You have to value your happiness. You know, you have to value your happiness above all, because you are the one that's going to live in this body, in this mind. You know, none of these things matter. There's so many women that are in these beautiful houses, and yet they don't feel good inside. What's the point? What's the point? Think about what you really want. If you really want to retrain and go and work with children, or whatever you want to do, it's time, guys. I think with this coronavirus happening and people having some time for themselves, this is a real time to reflect and get really honest with yourself about where you want to be, so that when you can travel, so that when you can apply for jobs or whatever, you can. It's like, this is that time, guys. Like, literally get ready to make changes. There's always changes that we need to make in life. Even with myself, I have something called the shit list. And the shit list is a list of things that's shit that you need to do that you've been avoiding doing. Like, I've got a drawer I still need to sort out. I need to move my shoes onto my shoe rack. That's shit I need to do. But I also spent $7 grand on an online program that I need to sit and do 9 weeks of study, and I've been putting it off. So here's the thing, guys. What's on your shit list? Get it done. You know,
that is so true. I live off of lists, to be honest with you. Like, I live off my calendar, things I put in, or I forget about them, honestly. Like, and I don't know, like, maybe that's part of like the bravery and structuring, like, once you really grow, because life is so busy, and if you don't structure it or actually like see it visually, it gets erased, basically.
Absolutely. Like, Sasha's just put poo-poo on.
Oh my God. Funny.
It's starting to be like a girl's dorm room on my lives, isn't it? Just like, you know, and it's just only going to get worse. So just sorry, guys, you know, you may as well just join the crew, and then, you know, that's just the only way, really.
It's true. It's the only way. It's so awesome. Honestly, it's been such a great experience. So
I'm just, how long ago was it that we met? It was quite
November. Yeah.
So what, we're coming up on like 5 months now. Yeah, because we started Empress Evolution at the end of October, and we're coming up on 6 months on that, so 5 months. So that's crazy. And you have really just come along so much, haven't you?
Yeah, and I feel like too, I've opened the door to opportunities that I never thought like would be existent prior to this, you know. So it's awesome.
My angels just said it's exponential. So it's literally like, this is just the taste. There's an energy, there's a general energy. They're asking me to do just kind of a collective general energy read for a minute. And there's this energy read at the moment of things are about to expand very quickly. Areas of your life that have been expanding, but in a very gentle, progressive rate. The reason why it's been progressing at that exact rate is that's all you could handle, because you were building out the structure. And what's going to happen is very soon, when you complete your shit list, what will happen is the exponential growth will be massive. So it's like getting all your ducks in a row, ready for the next stage, because the manifesting energy is so strong right now in the universe. And I believe everyone can picture some area of their life, and it could be career, it could be getting in shape, it could be their relationship, their marriage, whatever it is. But there's been something that's been growing slowly, but growing. Well, it's been on purpose. Oh, hello, Jacqueline. So I've got Jacqueline, I've got Jackie, that's the coordinator of New York, and then we got Jackie that I'm on the live with. So
so cute.
And this Jacqueline is actually an anchor on Fox News, and she was one of my first clients. She was one of my early days clients.
I love it. You know, I'm from New York originally, so that's sentimental to me too. That's awesome.
Yeah. She was one of my first clients once I started moving into more of the spiritual rather than the basic life coaching. So,
well, look where you are now, Amelia, on steroids, like manifestation on steroids. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. I'm just so proud of you guys. Like, I just can't believe it. I just sit there and look, and I'm like, how, like, you know, we've got Sylvia, the supermodel stroke cardiac surgeon, you know. I mean, it's like, we've got June, the most beautiful woman in the entire planet and universe. Like, where does she come from? Like, you know, it's like, how is all this going on? You know what I mean? Like, woo! But this is just the beginning, I'm being told. And this is what I'm saying. It may have seemed like a lot of progress and growth, because we have been growing, and we should be very proud of ourselves, you know, Jackie and anyone listening that's been growing. But just know that you ain't seen nothing yet. What
does that even mean? Like, I'm just like, oh my God.
Well, let's imagine it's a journey. Let's imagine there's a journey of 1,000 miles, okay? And at the end of that 1,000-mile journey is absolute paradise. They're showing it like in a desert, you know, like the castle with the water and the fruits, and, you know, paradise.
The mango trees,
yes,
favorite mango trees.
I need mango trees. Okay. I will not be happy until I have mango trees. Anyway, so imagine this 1,000-mile journey. Well, what we've done so far is we've done 100 miles, but it took us maybe 2 years to do that 100 miles. And nobody else, not many people have done this 100-mile journey in 2 years. Like, what we've done is astounding and amazing, you know? But here's the thing, this next little bit of time, this next 4 to 6 weeks, if you get your ducks in a row, there's a chance that you will do the other 800 miles in 8 months.
I'm just like, what is that?
It's just fast movement, fast, but we have to get our ducks in a row, and everyone knows what their ducks are. Everyone knows whether it's an application or a certification or building out this online bloody course or building a website or moving house or getting married or getting a divorce or whatever
it is, yeah.
Yes, we all know what's holding us back. It's the thing that you talk about with your negative friends and get absolutely nowhere. It's the thing that you talk about and then you just talk about it. That was another download that I got today while I was on the phone with one of my clients while I was swinging in my hammock. My life is interesting.
I love it. I love it.
I found a new client seat, because I always do my clients on my bed, but my hammock is my new spot. And I sit there with my legs in I sit there cross-legged, and my dog sits in the little gap of my legs. It's great. Anyway, let me not forget what my download is, because I'm talking about my hammock. Hold on. Okay. I'm having to grab it. Hold on. Oh, it's close. Oh, I wish she was watching. Elise, darling. I need a reminder. It was there, and then I get distracted. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it back. Okay, it'll come back in a minute.
If it's important, you'll remember it.
Yeah, I always get it back. It's on the edge. It's on the edge, and it's to do with people that like to talk about it rather than do about it. But I was given this really great analogy, and it's gone for now. So yeah, hopefully. Alessi, can you tune in and remind me, darling? Because I told her, I said that the download came while I was talking to her, and I told her, you're the first to hear this because it's coming while I'm talking to you. It'll come back, but for now, we can just say, you know, we all know people that want to talk about their problem, and the big difference between those that want to talk about their problem and those that actually want a solution.
It's so true. Because people will just let it sit and stir and never do anything.
Yeah.
Why do that to yourself?
This is what divides the haves and the have-nots in the spiritual realm, in the business realm. Because at the end of the day, if you want to just talk about your issues. Like, oh, I feel this and I feel, but you're not trying to start the journey. You're not trying to make any progress. You just want to wallow around in it. And you have friends that like wallowing and you all wallow together. I can guarantee you're going nowhere fast, guys.
It's true.
You know, if you talk to me about a problem, I'm going to give you a solution.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not here just to like talk about it so that next week we can talk about it again, and then the following week talk about it again, and then in 9 months time you're still in the same bloody place. Hell fucking no, I'm not doing that shit.
And I even remember, like, I just want to be transparent. Even through one of our sessions, you had said to me, like, something came up that I was sitting and stirring for a while, and you were like, if you stay in this place, you're never going to grow. Like, you just said it so firmly, and I was like, you're completely freaking right. Like, this is the time. I want to grow. I need to let it go.
Yeah, but understand not everybody's meant to grow, and you can't make anyone grow. It's like they have to want to, like a tree. Like, the tree will do what it wants to. You can't say, tree, fucking grow. Like, the tree's going to do what it wants. You can give it water and sunshine or whatever, but if it's not, you know, it's like, that's what people are like. You can give it love and encouragement, but understand that your journey is your own, and you have to focus on your own healing. And that is the best thing you can do for the world, for your family, for yourself, for your marriage, for your career, is to work on yourself.
It's true.
It really is. It really is. I'm trying. I wish I could grab the download back. It's really frustrating because they're always really funny when they come in. But I distracted myself with the hammock story. That was the problem.
Well, I like hammocks, so that's like a goal, to be on that paradise island in that hammock any day.
Oh, yeah. I'm not on the island yet, and I don't have the mango trees. But you still have a
beautiful home that you have it set up, so that's awesome.
Yes. I'm so grateful, and, you know, I am enjoying this period of time. I do not want anybody to be ill. I do not want anyone to suffer, but I also do want the world to change. I do want people to wake up. I do want a lot of the bullshit to get cleared out. And I believe that the world is going to be a much better place once we come out the other side of this. None of us young people really need to fear. If we stay healthy and drink our water and take some vitamin C and stay at home, make sure we got some groceries in the house, make sure you have some things like tinned food and bottled water, just in case there's a fluctuation with the power. We're not expecting it. And my angels are also saying, all things considered, when you look at history of humanity, this is quite mild. It's not like when they had the plague in London, and then they had the Great Fire of London, for fuck's sake. That shit was horrible. You know, what we have is a pandemic of a dreadful flu that has taken, sadly, some lives, but most recover. And if this is what it takes for the world to wake up, then we're getting it quite gently, because I'd much rather this than a world war or a plague, wouldn't you?
Same here. At least we're safe in our homes, and like, things could be worse, right? So
absolutely. No, I think we're really, really quite lucky. I really do. So the thing is, darling, moving forward, anyone who's from my people that is interested in talking with Jackie and having any help with her strategizing with regards to social media and things like that, reach out to her, drop her a DM. She is so friendly and so nice. So I don't want anyone to hesitate, and anyone that's not seen myself before, just know I work with predominantly professional, happy, successful women, but I just get them to the next step above that, the final healing, the permanent happiness, the being in a good mood at all times for no bloody reason. That's where I get you to.
Amelia is amazing. To any of my viewers who watch this, I could not vouch for her more. She is so fantastic. So,
and I do a free call. So you just do a free call with me, and we see if we vibe. And if we do, then we can go from there. And if it's not a fit, I will always suggest somebody else that can help. And either way, I'll always give you, you know, an hour of my time free of charge, just to talk with you and see if I can help. Because really and truly, that's what I'm here for, is to help people, you know?
Yeah, and I just want to, before we close, I just want to bring this up, because like, this is what I teach all the time. Like, you reached out to me through Instagram, and you have been so game changing to my life. Like, if you really feel good energy from somebody, reach out to them. You have nothing to lose, nothing at all. They don't respond. The right person is going to respond to you, that's supposed to respond to you. So I just wanted to talk about that today, because Instagram for me, business wise, like relationships, like I was saying earlier, it's just been game changing to my whole life. So
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. I mean, my angels love social media. They love Instagram because they're like, we're going to bring about world peace through Instagram. Watch. They're like, watch this space. Like, watch us. You know what I mean? You don't believe me? Just watch. Oh, what is it with them and their lyrics today?
I know, I love it.
I mean, they moved on. They were doing food yesterday. For anyone that doesn't know, I was talking about it. Like I was saying something to Alicia, and I said, "Well, that's profitable." And my angels went like profiteroles. And then I said, something. And I was like, "Well, that's marginally sensible." And they were like margarine. I don't know. They were being weird and talking about food. And now today. Yes, and then yesterday they did an impression of Sherlock Holmes for one of my clients, and they said to one of my clients something like, "Oh, keep your head up, son." And she's a girl. Like, I was like, what are you doing? And now today we've had Biggie Smalls, Bad Boys Move in Silence and Violence, and then what was the one I just had then? It was
Don't Believe Me, Just Watch.
Don't Believe Me, Just Watch.
I love it. I love it. I feel like that's my MO. I always just keep chasing, keep reaching.
Yeah. But we have to, because what's the other option? Let's explore it for a minute. Do we like it? What does the other option look like?
Well, honestly, when you did that meditation and you were like, so if you just kind of are sitting in the same spot, I was like, get me out of this place right now. Right now.
It's not nice, is it?
Yeah. No, it was not nice at all.
I think some people, the people that aren't used to me, they probably clicked off at that bit. They were like, I don't like this, I'm going. And they didn't realize I was going to get them somewhere way better.
Really good place. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And again, everybody, so you can just squeeze your hand and go back to where you were and be like, right, I'm doing this shit. I'm doing it because the time is now, guys. You know, let's really make changes in our lives. This is the time, because you are never going to be younger or stronger or more beautiful than you are today, right now. So if you've been waiting for the time, I mean, and use this time that's being gifted to us right now. If it means you can read certain books or do certain studies, maybe you start getting into your art or your painting, you know, make the most of this time, guys. It's a gift. The world has stopped for a minute. Now, obviously, some people are still going to work, but life isn't normal right now. People aren't going bowling and going to Kentucky Fried Chicken. People are not doing this stuff. So let's really make the most of this time so that when we move into April, when this thing has gone, because I believe it will be gone by mid-April, and then by May, we'll act like, did that even happen? It will be such a trip, but at the same time, we know it did happen because so much will have changed, you know? True. So
I think the way that people do corporate now, I feel like they're all going to look at it and be like, everybody can work from home. Like, why are we paying these rents in these buildings? And why are we doing these things? It's so
I love that. I love that. That's another change that's going to come, because you're so right. I mean, this was always, you know, something like, you know, it was always going to cause a lot of changes. But this is the thing, you know, again, everyone should be aware of the fact that there are 3 levels of mind frame in terms of spirit. You know, there's the ones that are fearful, the ones that are really like all in the fear, pandemic, panic, whatever. Those people we can't really get through to. All you can do is just let them know that as long as they wash their hands and don't wander around and mingle with people too much, they're probably going to be absolutely fine, and that's it, and chill the fuck out. Then you've got the middle group, which are the people who are aware that there's more to this world than it looks like, and they've done quite a bit of study, and so supposedly conspiracy theorists, whereas I think in the next few weeks we will realize conspiracy isn't conspiracy. It's a lot of it was fact and true. So I fully support and suggest people spend some time investigating that stuff, because you'll be ahead of the curve, because it's all going to get announced on the news this year. So you may as well know about it already, so you're not too shocked. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, we have the 5th level. And the 5th level is those that are literally just here to share and spread love and light. And they see this for what it is, which is that we will come out of this better than we went in. And I understand that the people at the 3rd level are not going to relate to the people at the 5th level, and they'll think they're absolutely nuts. But that's okay. We know they think we're nuts, so it's okay.
It's so true. you know what, whatever, teach their own, right? That's the biggest takeaway, to each their own.
Absolutely. But we can get through this. It will be good. And really, 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 you know, this is the time. I can't get over how good my braid is.
I know.
I like need to take pictures or of course I can't go out and show anybody because we're in a bloody quarantine. Like, why do I have to?
You're showing people now on camera. That's a positive. Your hair is amazing. I love that it matches your earrings too.
Yeah, it's actually the color. It's faded, so now it actually is the same kind of colors.
It's amazing. Amazing. I love it.
Yes. Oh, what are you saying here? So many people are opening up to working from home, and conspiracy tis the season. Absolutely, June. Absolutely. That's June. She's the most beautiful woman in the world. We don't know where she came from.
So
she just appeared here one day.
My friend Cassandra commented that she loved your braids, Amelia.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm really quite impressed with it. It's wow.
It's really, really amazing. Like, I think you need to do more lives the rest of the evening so that people can watch.
I need to do something useful, you know, because I'll actually be like heartbroken removing it. I'll be like, no one got to see it.
Oh my God, you're so cute. They look really good though.
Thank you.
Freaking goals right there.
See, this is the thing, guys. We'll talk about conspiracy and like government conspiracy and pandemics, and then I'm back to the braids.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need more happy talks and no news and drama.
Yes. Oh, that was one thing. Other thing that happened today as well. They said something. Oh, there was a girl, and my angel said, "We're digging her," and I was like, "What is with this language? You sound like the Fonz." I was like, you sound like someone from Happy Days. And then I was like, oh, Happy Days. Like, hey. Like, I never even put two and two that the old show with the Fonz was called Happy Days. And
now
I'm the happiness guru.
I put two and two until you said that too.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So Happy Days. Like, we are moving into Happy Days, guys. We are. And we're manifesting geniuses. So if we all believe it, just if everyone watching this right now truly believes that we're moving into happy days, guess what? We are shifting, because we are the glitch in the matrix. That's who we are. We are so powerful beyond measure. We are, the only thing we're scared of is our own magnificence.
It is
really
so true.
Yeah. So accept it. You're fucking amazing.
Exactly.
Get out and do some good shit.
YOLO, right? YOLO. You only live once. Get it done.
Yes, exactly. Well, this has been such a pleasure, my darling.
Yeah, thank you so much. This was awesome.
Yeah, and we can do this again, definitely. Like, you know, and I think we can actually, like, you know, when you have something you want to specifically teach on social media as well, like, you know, and we can kind of do like a case study or something.
That would be awesome. We could totally talk about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, absolutely. And then I know you and June are probably going to get up to some, what was the word they just said? It begins with N and it means like being naughty. You two are going to get up to some, what was it? Like not nuisance. I don't know. They were saying like you two are going to get up to some, like you two are going to be naughty, but they meant it like, you know, schoolgirls, you know what I mean? Like you two are going to just be like up to some stuff.
No good. Be up to no good.
Nuisance.
Yeah.
Nuisance. You two are going to get up to nuisance. Yeah.
Sasha is like on her A game, man.
That's, well, A+ team, honey. A+
For
team.
real, though. For real.
Yeah. So for anyone that doesn't know, my inner circle, there's Group A and Group B, and my angels always call Group A. They're always like, yeah, Sasha. And Sasha's the youngest, you know.
So funny. So
quite special. Okay, so my angels have had so much to say today, and I'm sorry I missed that one download. I will bring it back. But the key of the download was just the fact that some people do what, I think it was almost to do with like illness. I think it's coming back a little bit. It was to do with illness. And it was saying, oh, Jessie did have a comment. Thank you, Jessie. That I will address that. I promised to address that in here, but I was starting to get the download back. It's basically, let's imagine someone's not well with something, and it's come back. Okay, so if someone's unwell and they go to the doctor and they ask for medicine, That's like someone saying, I need to do spiritual development. I'm going to hire a coach. I'm going to sort it out. And not just a coach. I'm going to hire the best coach, you know, the best coach I can find on the planet. The next thing is you have people that are at the same time hypochondriacs, and they just want to talk about being ill. But the last thing they want is a solution. In fact, it's become their identity, being ill. So they don't want a solution. So if you put me, imagine I'm the doctor that knows how to solve things, you put me in the room with the hypochondriac, we're going to butt heads, because they don't want my solutions. In fact, they just want me to shut the fuck up and stop giving them solutions, because they want to stay in this identity. They want to be that. You know, I see Becca putting A+ team. Oh, I know you lot are going to be so competitive. I don't know, it's going to be nuts.
Oh my God, the education ladies, they crack me up. I can't.
Yeah, they're all here to change the education system of the entire planet. That's who my A team are, and they are more than qualified to do so, put it that way, guys. They are serious. And then we have the B team that also are very clever and beautiful, just like the A teams, but it's just going to be quite special. Like I said, my angels have been picking the teams. So, okay, so now let me quickly address the question, because we have a few minutes. We started at 5. Okay, we've got 10 minutes. We're okay. Okay, so Jessie's question. Hi, ladies. How does the ego interfere with abundance mindset? Would you like to reply to that first, because you are a graduate of my program?
That's a good point. The ego affects every area of your abundance mindset. So figure out, talk to Amelia, find somebody that you vibe with, and really work on fixing your mindset. Like, that's literally what you have to do in order to get out of it. Like, it's something that takes time, but when you take the time to get rid of it, it will change your life, like, for real.
Because here's the thing, guys, is I know everybody wants it. It's like a child that's hungry and you give it a cracker. It keeps it quiet for a minute, but it doesn't solve the problem until you give them a proper dinner, you know. This is the thing. I give you guys as much information as I can. It's like snapshots. I say, you know, deep forgiveness is going to get you there. It's the truth. I'm always telling you the truth. You know, deep forgiveness will get you there. But am I going to be able to walk you through what I do in a 6-week program with a one-to-one coach that spent God knows how many hours studying to get where she is? I can't. It's not instantaneous. This isn't take a pill and it's fixed. You have to enroll, do a program, show up, go through the hard work, shed the tears, continue to show up, and then suddenly you're out the other side and you're like, it's a new world, it's a new day, because now you're changed and you never have to do the work again. Once it's done, it's done.
It's so true. It's so true. But I think what you've said, even from us working together, you have to maintain it, right? So when you get those triggers, like go back to your work that you did and reread things, and like it'll change your day, like your minute of like just reading something that you wrote, you know.
Yeah. And I want to try and answer it some more, because like I said, I really do try and give as much as I can. So how does the ego interfere with abundance mindset? So the ego is a self-destructive drive that all of humanity is born with. It will use your childhood wounds, your ancestral wounds, all against you to keep you in the lowest vibration it can keep you at. It survives on negative emotions. Its ultimate goal is suicide, and its enemy is the higher self. Inside your head, you have a higher self and you have an ego. The higher self is trying to guide you to the best possible life ever. The ego is trying to drive you to suicide. So when you ask, how does the ego affect your abundance mindset? How does something that wants you to commit suicide affect your abundance mindset?
Pretty bad, pretty intensely.
Basically, you know, especially if abundance is important to you. Because if abundance is important to you, then your ego is going to constantly keep you in a state of not being in abundance. And it will affect say, for example, there's somebody that thinks, oh my gosh, I can't afford to do Amelia's program, but I want to. What do? Book your free call. Why? Because it's a free call. Because who knows, I might have a coach in training and I might fall in love with you and think you're incredible, and I might have a coach in training and she is able to train you at a reduced rate, if even free. Like, who knows what God will sort out for you. You have to trust. You trust that there will be a solution. You know, I was just talking to Belinda in Australia, and me and her ended up speaking 3 days in a row just so that we could figure out the right plan for her, because we have a big plan for her. fucking huge plan for her, you know? So it's like, this is how it works, guys. So take the risk, take the jump, you know. Obviously, you know, there's limits because I have to pay my coaches, you know, but at the same time, if someone's offering a free call, then you take it and you find out. And even if you come away from that with some great nuggets, because I'm going to sell you straight away. Like the lady today, when she said about how she has trouble saying no. I was like, yeah, because you don't love yourself enough. Because if you loved yourself more, you'd have no problem saying no. I said, I say no all the time. I quite like saying no. I'm like, no, not going. It's your birthday then? No, not going. No.
Just like taking that ownership, though, is so powerful. It's a really powerful tool, I feel like.
Yeah. But I respect my yes. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the difference. If I say yes, I'll be there. Mm-hmm. If I say I'll do it, I will do it. And so really owning your yes is as important as owning your no. Mm-hmm. So quite often people are flaky and they maybe say yes to things that they don't want to say yes to, when they should have said no, and they don't realize the damage it does, you know? So be someone who's very authentic and very much honorable with your word. And when someone asks you a question, do you want to do this? Imagine that they're really asking you, do you want to do this? So that you're able to, because no one's ordering you. You're a grown adult.
It's so true. And I'm going to tell you, I have so been in that place, And I used to say the person that you asked me when you initially asked me the question is a different person than when I felt that day if I was going to something. Like different people. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Exactly, honey. Because this is the thing, you know, so many people are just like a bottle being washed around by the tide in the ocean. You know, and you don't have to be. You can be a big boat with a big sail and go wherever the fuck you want. You're an adult.
It's true. It's so true.
That is the great thing about being an adult. You're an adult. That's the great thing about it.
And you make your own decisions. What's the worst that happens? They get mad at you and they're not meant to be in your life. Let it go. Like, I've just come to that conclusion. Let that shit go.
Yeah. So the first thing to do is own everything right now. Own your debt, own your house, own your career, own your relationships, own your friendships, own your relationship with your parents, own it all. Just own all of it right now and just say, I own it. I'm not in denial. I'm not blaming anyone else. I own it. And now work out what things you want to change and start changing them and start loving yourself. And also, guys, there's a free affirmation track on my website that you can all download right now and start listening to twice a day.
It's great. Love it. It's really good.
Yeah, and that's like required work in my program. And you can also read A Return to Love, which again, required reading in my program. You know, I help as much as I possibly can, but just know there's nothing the same as actually having someone walk you through it that's where you want to be. And it's just like anything in life, you know, it really is the case.
It's so true. I have to tell you, since you told me to read that book too, now I've become a book reader and I love it. It's like me time. And I never realized how much I appreciated it. When I was younger and I used to see people reading books, I was like, oh, I'm never going to be that person. And now I'm that person.
And that's what we love. Change is good.
It's true. It's so
Change
true.
is good. And this is what we were talking about with the mango trees. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, like what happens is we evolve, and what was important to us changes, and the people around us, their wants maybe don't change, and then it's a problem. Does that make sense? Because you have to continually reevaluate your life on all levels. I just want to check. Our biggest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our biggest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Marianne Williamson. Exactly. That's Miguelina. Yes. Cole Willis is saying, I don't remember asking what book. A Return to Love by Marianne Williamson. It is on my page. It says read this on my highlights.
It's really good. Really good.
Just seeing if there's anything else that anyone's asked, because we will be cut off any minute. I'll just finish these waves. Just waving back at everybody.
Hi, we're waving back.
Yes, we love you all. We love you all. So yes, this is a great time. Oh, the other last thing that my angels were talking about was, you know, if you have energy and you're feeling well, do your home workouts. You know, it's very possible that you could have your beach body ready. So when we come into the summer and it's bikini time, you can be like working, you know, showing off your new abs or your shapely glutes or whatever. Do some good shit right now, guys. Don't hang out with people that just want to talk about the situation. At the end of the day, if you've done all you can do, and that is ensure that you have food in the house, ring all your family, make sure everyone's okay, be of service to your neighbors and anyone you see in the street. If you've done all that, now it's time to focus all your attention on you, on your life, and how you are going to progress in this year. And you're not going to worry about the future, because all fear is based in the future. That's the problem. So stay in the present moment, and then there's nothing to fear. Nobody right now has a gorilla trying to tear down their front door. That would be scary. That would be fear. That would be actual fear. All of this stuff everyone else is feeling is a projection into this distant time and not knowing what's going to happen. Well, guess what? Newsflash. We never know what the fuck's going to happen. But we also never know when amazing miracles and blessings are going to come in, and they're just delivered in front of us. So let's just expect the good stuff, and let's just be in the present, because the ego cannot live in the present. Fear cannot live in the present. Just say to yourself, I am good right now. Even if you only will have one toilet paper, just be proud that you have one toilet paper.
For real though, for real. That's so funny. That's been like the biggest joke. I keep hearing about that.
The thing is the manifesting's real though, you know, like everyone's saying everything's run out. I walked downstairs to the supermarket and walked in there, and they just had a delivery of toilet paper, and the man just handed me two packets of Charmin thingy. I was like, okay, cool. Like, you know,
I'll take it. You know,
yeah,
now
manifestation is real, guys.
No,
you know, if I was sitting at home, if I sat at home worrying about it, you know. I was gonna say, I was at the grocery store today, and now they're limiting how many you can buy. So you can only buy like 2 rolls of paper towels and 2 rolls of toilet paper. And I'm like, are you serious? Yeah, so be in a manifestation and an abundance mindset, and there will be toilet paper. Yeah, I love that. That's what you can, that's the takeaway from today's live is, I love it. Think positive, there will be toilet paper. Think positive. I love that. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, well, we love you, and there's a toilet paper from Sasha, because she's always on point. She is. She really is. Okay, so guys, we're going to get cut off now, but we love you. Book a free call with me. If you've not spoken with me, you just click the link in my bio. Watch the free training. Below that is a button that says book a free call. And if you're interested in finding out more about what Jackie can do for you in social media, just drop her a DM, and she has details in her bio too. So lots of love, guys. Lots of love.